Hello everybody, Martin here, doing another Legacy video, doing another Legacy League, playing Ad Nauseam Tendrils. So I haven't made any changes to my list since last I played it. Yeah, looks like this. Got the Ad Nauseam in the main deck, Singleton Preordain. I'm actually missing a bit playing with Sensei's Top, but as I'm still running Pithing Needles to name Sensei's Top against Miracles in the sideboard, I'm sort of locked into not running it, I feel. The Chromox has been, I don't know, I haven't really been able to decide on it. I haven't seen it that often. Onto the sideboard, got my Miracles package here, the Tendrils, the extra MT, the 4 Decays, and the 2 Needles. The rest is pretty self-explanatory. Went down from 3 to 2 Hercules Recall against Eldrazi just because while, like, obviously Hercules Recall can be exceptionally good against them, it still doesn't do enough, I feel like. So I guess then you could ask why I would run any. Well, I still want the option, but I felt sometimes I got clogged down with recalls, or like, you don't need two, you need one. And of course it sucks if it gets like Thought-Knot Seared or whatever, but it's a risk you have to take. But you need one, and other than that, you need to be making your land drops, and if they haven't dropped Chalice, if it's like Thorn, they need to be like cantripping to find your recall, find your land drops. But anyway, 3 could be correct. I'm just running with 2 now, and it made me get room for Chain of Vapor, which I'm really pleased for, because it's just nice to have that. Someone played a Leyline of Sanctity against me the other day out of Show and Tell, which I haven't seen ages, so that also means Leyline is nice. But anyways, I'm going to play the league. Alright, we are on the play here for round number 1 of this league. Yeah, this is an acceptable hand. Kinda are missing both mana and business, but we've got cantrips and protection and some, like, a decent land pool. Super duper soft to a Chalice, but that is kind of the nature of this deck. So we're gonna lead on Ponder here. The only question is, do we lead on Underground Seer or Skulling Tarn? Skulling Tarn getting what? Getting Volcanic Island or getting Basic Island? Seeing as the rest of our hand, the lands here aren't basics or fetches that can get basics, it kind of feels like fetching a non-basic would be correct. And I think, but if that's the case, I think we're just going to lead on Underground Sea, and if we find Brainstorm, then we have to fetch land. I think this is acceptable. We want a ritual, we don't mind the Preordain, and we can fetch away the fetch land. So we'll go ahead and take the ritual. If we get like Thoughtseize, likely they will take our Ponder, but then we have a Preordain coming off the top, which is not bad. Let's have a look. Well, this could be the mirror match, it could be Show and Tell, or it could be Grixis Delver, and it could also be Infect. Out of those, I guess I'd be happiest with combo, or I'm not sure. Like, just having the 2 discard spells is pretty nice. I kind of wouldn't love if they made like land Deathrite Shaman here. That'd be kind of annoying. Oh. Land pass. So if it's Delver, we might get stifled, although there really aren't a lot of stifles in this meta. I think I'm going to go ahead and duress them just if they are combo. I mean, they probably have a Brainstorm, but I don't mind that, and that means their Brainstorm is going to be worse. than it would otherwise be, and I feel like we can't really afford to not press this issue. If it is a combo deck, we don't want to just die on their turn 2 with 2 discard spells in our hand. Well, so Scalding Tarn makes me think it's not Infect, but it could be any of the other deck choices. It could be like Infect that just chose off-color fetches. And Tropical Island makes me think it is Infect. But yeah, it's a lot of small games within the game here. Like if it's a Storm deck, they could fetch Tropical just to throw us off. If they have like Underground Sea in hand, then that's okay for them to like get an off-color duel here, because they might not need like it to make anything other than the blue mana. We get Dazed, then I feel like it is Infect. Oh my. Okay, so it's Canadian with Dismember, Fork Bolt, and Lightning Bolt in hand, so that's not that bad. They have Wasteland, which is kind of annoying. So I wonder what they hid. They probably hid like... Well, if they hit Force, then they aren't going to force us next turn, right? So, okay, so let's say Goyf, Dismember, Forked Bolt, Lightning Bolt, Waste, and Bulk. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're taking the Stifle. We are going to take the Stifle here because, like, that's just the only thing that actually matters to us. You could make an argument that, like, the bolts are kind of an issue here, but yeah, I don't know. Very curious to what they did. So here, there is actually, like, an argument to be made for, like, not shuffling, as in not fetching right now, because we have another land on top, and lands are kind of at a premium versus Canadian, but I think we kind of want to get on with this. And I'm not going to fetch a basic island here. I'm going to fetch Volcanic. And do I ponder or preordain? Guess I ponder. That's the card they know about too. Oh wow, this is not bad. So I guess we want the Cabal Ritual and then draw the tutor next turn. I'm going to assume they are going to waste us next turn. Maybe they hid like Stifle or Spell Pierce on top. It seemed weird they would hide. It seemed weird that they would hide Force. They would then hide what? Force blue card? Or maybe Daze and then Force? So can we go off here? I don't think we can. I guess it depends on what this preordain shows us beneath the second tutor. Passing Flames. I don't want Passing Flames because if they waste us, which we have to assume they will, then we can't get off the ground. The Infernal Tutor and the Claw Rituals. So we're going to bottom both of these. Okay, Tendrils, that's not exactly awesome either. That's actually really annoying. They're at 17. If we cast one spell, we can cast 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they would need to cast 2 spells for that to matter. So there's always the choice of therapying ourselves, of the tendrils. So in that case, we would go Cabal Ritual, Therapy ourselves, Tendrils, have 2 mana floating, go Cabal Ritual, again have Threshold, have 7 mana, we could go Tutor for Ad Nauseam. The only way we lose then is if they hit Daze, which I guess we will find out, because they will definitely Daze this ritual. So let me just make sure I've counted correctly. So Cabal Ritual number 1 gives us 6 mana. Sorry, gives us 3 mana. We use 1 to Therapy, we use 2, have Threshold. No, we're going to be a mana short, actually. Never mind that. Right. What was I thinking anyways? How on earth did I get to 7 mana? Ugh. I feel like we can't really afford to use this Cabal Ritual or Cabal Therapy on ourselves. I think we just have to pass, which is annoying. Kind of means we have to find an LED or like a Brainstorm to get rid of that Tendrils. If they double waste us here, that's really bad. And they do. Wow, okay. Solid. I'm guessing they're going to take Volcanic and Badlands. Oh, sorry, Volcanic. Oh, yeah, actually. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Well, that was a pretty decent draw. Unfortunately, we cannot keep any of these cards. Great they may be. So they have Dismember, Fork Bolt, Lightning Bolt, and Volcanic. 1, 2, 3. They probably have some sort of permission. Good thing is they are only doming us for 3 a turn. It's the Volcanic, but they have the Burn, and there's another Goyf, so we're under a lot of pressure now. Yeah, we're losing this. Taking 9 and then 8, so they have us dead next turn. We need to draw a black source, and we need them to not counter our first ritual on this draw step. Brainstorm might do something. Well, there's a black source. So let's see if they have Daze or Force. What is this? Pay 1. There we go. Oh, it resolves. Unbelievable. Come on, Lightning Bolt me. Build Storm. You can do it. Okay, so we take the Force. No, it actually doesn't matter what we take. We're just not going to take the Bolt. We're going to try and get them to bolt us in response to our therapying both their bolts. So just take the Force, but it won't matter. Okay, we're going to tutor for a Cabal Ritual. Alright, we're going to Cabal Ritual. that's Storm 5, Therapy 6. If they bolt, that's 7, Ritual 8, or 2 raise. So I think we might just... They don't know we have the Tendrils in hand. Yes, you couldn't resist. It's just too much of a feel bad to get double, to get, so let's just take this member here to be cute, because who cares? So this is 8. So we don't need to cast the tutor. So wow, that was really close. By the skin of our teeth we got there. So I mean, they didn't have to use their bolt. We could have instead tutored for another Cabal ritual. That would have amounted to the same storm count. Right, so that's awesome. Bring in a tendril, oh sorry, an empty the warrants. We probably bring in the second tendrils as well. We take out Ad Nauseam. We want the second Passing Flames, but we take out a Chrome Mox. So I'm fairly happy with this setup here. Oh, I like playing against Canadian. I feel like it's like one of those classic legacy battles. I also find it's a fun setup, right? Because often you'll hear Storm players say that they feel like they're really well set up against Canadian. Like that's what this deck was built to beat, like with all the discard and the Passing Flames and stuff. Another like then Rug Delver players will say that they feel like they have the advantage in the combo matchup. Anyways, so I feel okay keeping this hand. Bit soft to the Wasteland on our blue source. They're mulliganing to 6. They keep their 6 and they scry to the top. I want to get probed here. I feel like probe is really good for them against the combo because it lets them know if they should sit on a stifle or use it on a fetch land or whatever. Ah yes, Nimble Mongoose. Most scary creature of them all. So this MT is not bad. MT is a very solid plan against them. They have waste days here. I think if I were them, I would daze and then waste. Build towards threshold, yeah. Well, I feel very certain that I'm getting wasted, which is unfortunate. No. Alright. They shuffle. Nimble Mongoose, the slowest clock in the history of slow clocks. Versus combo, that is. Are they dazing again? No, okay. Okay, so this is actually not that hot. Just get loaded up on. I think we're actually going to put back a Brainstorm, and also I'm going to put back the MT because we're much more likely to just combo off with the tutor, I think. Yeah, we're going to shuffle, even though there is the red tool. It won't be a big enough tendrils or MT. Ah, come on. Well, and they can like mess us up with a counterspell on our ritual and stuff, so we're a wasteland. So next turn we're definitely going to brainstorm and try and hit a fetch land. Could be sitting on Stifle, but so be it. Then we can still sort of pseudo shuffle with our pre-rain. But no, okay, they're just worst case here. They have a Force of Will, which they could have. Oh, there's Tendrils. Kind of worked out for us in the last game. Well, we just win if they don't have it. If they have Force, then it's kind of annoying. Surgical and Daze. Huh. I think we're just going to make goblins. I think that is going to be our plan. Actually, no, hang on. The Daze messes us up, right? Oh, and we can't even tutor because they will surgical it. Alright. Wow. Well, let's try and see if we can get to a discard spell. So I think we want both of these. We're going to put Ponder at the bottom, not at the bottom, but the card we don't draw, because they see us keeping one, they might use their surgical, because they think we need the second. Do we daze here? Or like play into the daze with the ritual? No, we don't. This also means that goblins probably won't be a thing, because if they flip the Delver and they flip it off a Ponder, oh, that's not so good. But now we probably can't race them with goblins. So yeah, this might have been a bit of an issue, or like a bit of a misplay. Let's hope they shuffle here. Boy, they are taking their sweet time on that Ponder. Guess like the worst thing they could find here is like a Flusterstorm, but they shuffle. Okay, I don't want them to hit Wasteland. That would be unfortunate. They do find Wasteland, so I guess that's not actually even that bad. That means we know what they have in hand. We just have to find out a way to play around that. Alright, so we're going to lead off with a Dark Ritual, so there's no dazing us here. What I could see us doing here is actually Dark Ritual, then Ponder, then... No, actually, hang on. Dark Ritual, that's 4. No, that won't work. just trying to find out a way to tutor for the second Cabal ritual, cast the second Cabal ritual, and then either they surgical in response on the Infernal Tutor, or we get to Infernal Tutor for the second tendrils and kill them that way. Okay, but looks like they are doing the work for us. We're going to pay here and hope if they surgical this Dark Ritual, that would just be fantastic. Okay, so Cabal Ritual. So they're just wondering if they should be surgical now. To do that, they die. What we can do is we can tendrils and then Infernal Tutor for MT. That should be plenty of damage. Then we lose the board sweeper, like Rough Tumble, but so be it. Go Lineside Diamond. Oh, actually, no, we can't. Ah, sweet. Just did it for us. Never mind, now we win. And my son is being a little upset, so I better go check on him again. Get past some flames though. Tendrils for the end. So our opponent did a lot of work for us there. And they mistimed that surgical, or mistimed and mistargeted. Oops. We just clicked through it too quickly. But yeah, so we got there. Match 1 versus Canadian. So, thanks a lot for watching. I'll be back with the